Welcome back to another episode of Whistle Whistle Podcast. Name still pending. We uh we haven't got that far. Thanks to everybody that listened last week. Kind of shocked, John. We actually had some people listen, and it seems like we have some fans here.
Yeah, I'm still surprised whoever got me this beautiful ring light.
Yeah, I can see you a little better now.
Yeah, you can see me. So brings out my color apparently.
Yeah, there you go. So,
So I appreciate it. Whoever, thank you. It's
fundamental
just
super fan here is going to be
fundamental.
happy this episode.
Yeah. So thanks to the Fundamentals super fan. We appreciate it.
So not much to recap from last week, but just a quick. We're still working out our kinks with everything. We had some questions on our YouTube that we'll get to here in a second. We're gonna try all the social medias. I know we have a Facebook, we have a Instagram, have a TikTok that we're gonna try to answer some of the fan questions that we get on TikTok. Also, maybe some behind the scenes once we actually get together and get to record in person and have a guest or two. Maybe we'll do some silly stuff with some people.
Yeah, that'd be, I think, pretty cool to do stuff like that because it's get some people out there, and we like I said, that was the whole thing. We want people to know things that pop people don't know. So
yeah, maybe attempt some sports that we don't usually try.
Yeah.
See what we can do. So we'll dive in here. We running the YouTube. I was looking to see if our parents or wives or anybody actually listened to us, and we had a couple questions from some people that weren't wives or girlfriends or parents.
Parents, yeah. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. So we'll answer them here today, and hopefully they listen to get their questions answered.
Yeah.
Our first question was from Peter. So thanks, Peter.
Yeah, thanks, Peter.
It's a three-parter. So I'll read it. You can answer, then I'll give my answer. So his question was, what are your opinions on the 12-team playoffs now here in college football?
So for me, I don't really like it. I don't. It's just, we saw last year with how teams are, the one seeds beating the living crap out of a 8 seed or whatever, or 9 seed or something. I mean, it's just not. I just don't think we need that many teams. So for me, I just love if it was just an 18 playoff. No buys, no nothing, like 1v8, 2v7, so on and so forth. And I think that would just make it a little bit more competitive, because we saw like those first games weren't very competitive, and so I felt like it was just not my cup of tea on that. So what do you think, Vaughn?
I have mixed feelings on it. I love it, man. I mean, you go from 4 to 12, obviously, right? I mean, year one, Ohio State sneaks in, gets in there, just destroys everybody they played the best football anybody's seen all year, and wins a championship. So I get a championship, and I get to brag to everybody up here for a year that we didn't beat you guys, but man, look what we did to Tennessee and Oregon again and Notre Dame. I mean, so there's that, but again, I think you're right. I think it's too much. I think the top 4 teams got buys, and then they came out and all looked pretty sloppy. I mean, you gave all these guys time off, and they just didn't produce. But to flip, I mean, it's more money for college football, and that's what they're really looking for. So it works and it doesn't.
Right. And like I said, like you said, the top teams did come out real sloppy, and that just that didn't help them, because kids are going to be kids. They're 22-year-olds, probably the 18-year-olds. I mean, there's a few 24-year-olds stick in there, but it's just they came out so sloppy. It's just I felt like that extra week is great, right, for the health.
Yeah.
But it's also just being sloppy is just, it made for a bad football game, especially that we saw Oregon Ohio State game. We saw
Yep.
how
Yep.
bad Oregon came out when I mean, that was a great regular season game.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
That
early in the year, that was a
fair.
great game.
Yeah, and then
But-
we thought that was going to happen again. It's going to be another great game, and then Ohio State obviously was like, hold please.
I think you were over, and I think we turned the game on, turned around, turned back, and it was 21-0.
Nothing. Yeah, just like that.
crazy. So, part 2 here. What's your opinions on conference realignment?
So for me, the conference realignment, I'm just gonna sound, like a boomer, right? They say I don't like the realignment, man. I just wish there was kind of a way that we could go back to the old days, man. Like, I do like a little bit of the realignment. I'm not saying it's not great for college football, but it just kind of sucks. I feel bad, right? Like earlier this year, right? Michigan and USC got a 4:30 game, right? And then a Michigan State game or whatever got a 10:30 game.
Yeah, I think it came on at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, which how is that fair to anybody Michigan State fans, whatever. So I feel like that's kind of, it's not great. It's not like it's not great. Really, it is. But it's just, it's not, I don't like it because I wish we still were kind of in our time zones and stuff like that, because we all can still get, obviously in Hawaii, right? You got all day football. But, but obviously we're not going to be watching Hawaii probably because they probably don't start until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning if they're home, if they don't have like a team. But most of the time they're traveling to America, to the, United States.
They are America. They are America.
Yeah, they're in America. Yeah. So, for me, it's just, I wish you could go back and just kind of realign to more where we're at,
Yeah, I agree there. Again, it's kind of goes back to the other thing. It's all about money with these guys. And it's great for football because you'll get matchups like USC and Michigan. It's great. Two big names in college football that don't really play each other unless they make the playoffs or get put together in the bowl game. Mm-hmm. So it's great, but it's great for football. But then you look at it for other sports. What about softball or, other baseball or something?
Like just some other sports that don't have as much money put into their teams.
Right. And I'm sure, we'll get people on here that have played softball or baseball or whatever. And I think it's different for them because it's not just going out on Thursday, getting ready for a game on Saturday and coming home. They do play mini series. It's not just a one game.
Usually it's a Friday doubleheader Saturday sometimes, and then maybe a Sunday game too. And then that just takes away from their schooling, which obviously, that's also important.
Student athletes.
Yep, that's exactly.
And so to answer that one, I don't like it. It's going to happen. The Big Ten has 18 teams. It's not the Big Ten. Even when we were little, it was the Big Ten, but there was 12 teams or whatever. But so I don't think it's ever going to go back. It's all about money, and I could see conferences going away in a couple of years, honestly. So
yeah, I could see the same thing. I just feel like they do need to make Notre Dame pick something, or if not, because Notre Dame needs to be part of it's not fair that they can play any team, which they have been playing competition as of late. I'm not saying they haven't, but they obviously have their 3 rival games, right, that every school does get, but it's just, it does take away from the fact though that a lot of teams still do it though, is like that non-conference game, right, where like you're playing a crappy teams to kind of have like a warm up,
you play
your 3
or
So the next question there, Vaughn.
And no hate on Toledo. I love Toledo. Well, last part of the 3-parter here. How do you think NIL and the craziness of the transfer portal have affected the sport?
So for me, right, I love the NIL. It's really great for, athletes that, weren't getting paid, right? They were. And NCAA was definitely making hand over fist on them by far. But at the same time, I still don't love it as much either, just because I looked it up literally 2 days ago. I totally forgot that you can still get a scholarship too with your NIL deal. So you're getting a full ride already. And let's look at Bryce Underwood per se, right? He's making hand over fist.
Target number one here.
Yeah. So he's making multi-millions. Like he doesn't even have to go to the NFL if he didn't want to.
$12 million.
Yeah. Like he is seriously doesn't have to go to NFL if he doesn't want to. If he literally stays here his 4 years.
Yep.
And he could be like, I'm done with football now. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yep.
He got a scholarship, and he got that pretty much free money. I'm not saying it's not great, but it's not fair for the other kids that maybe might not have. They're a walk-on, and they're not getting paid anything, and they don't get a scholarship. So I feel bad for them. And then to make the point with the transfer portal is, I like it, but I don't like it, right? Like I like it, like if say a coach leaves, like you come in with a coach, right? And he recruited you, for 2 years or whatever, and then he leaves, and you want to follow him. I'm okay with you transferring after the first year or whatever, okay? But you just can't be transferring every year. I don't think that's fair to any kid in a program. So what do you think, Bond?
Oh, I agree. I mean, I think there definitely needs to be some rules, and it looks like they're starting to put some in. But I like it in the way that these kids are, especially the big universities, right? So you take your Ohio State, your Michigan, your Michigan State, USC, Texas, Alabama. These guys are literally bringing in all the money for the school.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, and they pretty much got paid, and you get to go to school for free. Well, yeah. So these other kids that work hard and get good grades. I mean, they're going. I mean, so I get the pain. They brought back NCAA football on PlayStation. So,
I don't know, all video games.
Cool stuff, right? Yeah. But also, I mean, you look at guys like Bryce Underwood, who probably doesn't have to go pro and probably never has to work a day in his life. Quinn Ewers,
as you saw that, that TikTok real quick, of. I don't know if you saw it, but Bryce Hunter was driving his new car that he bought for the dealership, and he got a car from a dealership already that they gave him and said, "Here, this is yours free." And then he literally bought like a Lambo or something, and it's like a Corvette maybe, and it's like, what? Like he's freshly 18. Like that money is not gonna, an 18-year-old shouldn't be handed $12 million and be like, here you go, have fun.
Right. Lots of opinions on that.
But he going about Quinn Ewers, it's just
he played the system perfectly. Something at that time, Texas wasn't allowing kids with the NIL and everything. So I'll come to Ohio State, knowing he wasn't going to play. I mean, the guys in front of him were just, the quarterback room was stacked.
Yeah.
Went 1 year, went to Texas. I mean, I think he had every intention to go to Texas. I could be completely wrong, and maybe one day we'll get to talk to him. If anybody knows Quinn Ewers out there, show him. Well, maybe we'll get his opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I think he was planning on going to Texas the whole time, but he made $1 million. I mean, kid was smart about it, and he used the system, and that's great. But I think you're right. There needs to be a cap. I think you should get one transfer, and then you need to appeal everything else. I mean, maybe you pick the wrong school, or you move halfway across the country and somebody at home gets sick and you need to be closer to home.
Yeah, like that's understandable. 100% understandable.
I think it can help the game. I think it helps, in my personal opinion, it helps the top tier teams. And the lower tier teams get hurt because, I mean, you have one good year at a MAC school like a Toledo or somewhere like that, and you're going to get poached. You're going to get, we can pay you. We can
pay you. I know you can't get paid there as much, so we'll pay you whatever.
Right.
So
I think
come be the running back or whatever.
Quinshon Judkins was on a podcast the other day, and they asked him why he go to Ohio State, and he said NIL. I mean, they can pay me. Right?
Yeah, they can pay me. Like who wouldn't want to get paid, right? I'm not saying it's nothing against the athletes. Like you're doing, it's not like there's, it's helping them obviously. So it just sucks for the lower schools, like you said.
Right. Yeah. So hopefully those answered some of your questions, Peter. Please keep submitting more, and we'll try to answer them either on here or on a TikTok. So question 2 from Clayton. He says he has a question about a new sport and wants to know what our thoughts were on the SMX playoff results.
Yeah, so I looked into it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about SMX yet, but I saw that Jet Lawrence has done it, and he's won it now 3 consecutive years, apparently. So that's pretty impressive, I would say. And I also think it's interesting that it unites the results from the Supercross and the Pro Motocross, and they actually like combine them going to Vegas. So like they play against each other type thing, and it's like a 3-round system I saw, and then there's like a winner kind of. I mean, it's a round. It's not like a round robin type thing, but it's kind of just a thing where it's like 3 rounds, and then the fourth round is just kind of like a winner take all in a way. I mean, unless you are kind of you won a lot in those other playoff races. So then it kind of helps you out a little bit. So I thought that was pretty crazy, though, that a guy has won 3 consecutive years. Like, that's probably not easy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch that sport a lot, but I do see, it's on random Sundays or whatever, and I'll turn it on. I like that kind of stuff every once in a while, and I see those guys go down, and I'm sure injuries and collarbones and everything is just crazy. So to win it 3 years in a row is pretty good. I'll be honest. I looked it up a little bit, and I saw he won $1 million. So I said, that's all I need. That's all I need to know. Sign me up, buddy.
Yeah, sign me up. I mean, he's like I said, 3 consecutive years, like you said, and I don't think dealing with any injuries. Like that's like you said, anything can happen if you hit a jump wrong and land wrong. It could ruin your career.
Yeah. So that's all we really have on that one. Again, we don't know much about it, so
we'll get into it for sure.
We'll get into it, and I think I might know a couple people that know a little bit about motocross and motorcycles, so we'll get into that
for sure.
So, been a week since we did this last time, so lot of sports in a week. I mean, we're in a heavy big 4 time right now.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't start this podcast during the heavy time. Huh?
I know. We don't get to. It's we're gonna be talking about the big 4 for a while, and some of these other sports might take back burner a little bit, but we'll get there. We'll get there
for sure.
So we'll quickly go through a little recap of this week in sports. Maybe we'll get a cool logo at some point. And this week in sports. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go NCAA football. Let's quickly AP rankings. Not much change. Not many.
But no, I don't know. I mean, there could have been an upset though.
Close games.
I mean, my prediction, right? I mean, obviously it was a little off at their, kind of, at the end, but Michigan got kind of bailed there. Being a big Michigan fan, seeing Michigan State, that was definitely not an offsides call. That was just, I don't know how they could called it. He timed that perfectly. That was definitely a fumble. Should have been Michigan State ball because I think Michigan was only up a couple points at that point.
I think it was a touchdown game at that point.
Yeah. So that could have changed the whole complexity of a game. There was a lot of pass interference calls that were also not called. But when Michigan was over a guy and a couple times, and it was just like, I don't know what the refs seeing out there, but it definitely wasn't. I don't know. I feel bad for Michigan State because I hate winning when the refs help you out. So it's just it doesn't feel right. It just feels worse when you win. So
I'll refrain from comment on that game
because you know what the truth is. So
other than that, not much change. I mean, Indiana went out there and did business. Let's see, A&M they took care of business against LSU. Brian Kelly's now gone.
Yep. Alabama pulled it off. They came back from South Carolina.
They beat the preseason number 13 team.
Yeah. But but it was just South Carolina was up in that game too, and Alabama just was like had that fight in them, and so good for them.
Yeah. So switch to our baseball world. I don't remember our predictions. I think I'm wrong though. I think
you will be off now, but I could be wrong too. I mean, right now it's a 2-2 series going into probably tonight. It's You said 5 games, I believe.
I
Dodgers
think so.
winning. I had 6 games for the Dodgers winning, but we can't go long with the 18 innings.
Yeah, 18 innings. That's
I feel
a
that's a tied for the record
tie
because
for the
there
record.
was because the Red Sox and Dodgers also had one back,
Yeah.
and I believe I can't remember
It wasn't too long
2017.
ago.
I
It
think.
wasn't too long ago because there's I know you saw it on our outline, but little fun fact: 2 18-inning games in World Series history, and our national anthem was sung by the same guy both times.
Yeah.
Brad Paisley. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's putting those guys.
He must be putting
I
some
don't know.
juju in there or something,
I don't
man.
know if
I
he's
don't know.
amping them up a lot. But
And
two
I mean,
18-inning games.
yeah. And the fun fact about Brad Paisley, it was his birthday yesterday.
Oh, was
So
it? Oh, wow.
happy
Maybe
53rd birthday to Brad Paisley. Maybe we can get him on the podcast.
Yeah, there we go. Let's get for anybody that knows Brad Paisley, give him a call.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So,
but real quick, Vaughn, I just wanted to ask you, what
Uh-oh.
jersey are you wearing, my man? I just wanted to shout out to your jersey.
I got the old school, baby. I got the Zach Wilson New York Jets.
Oh,
Jets,
that's shout out to Zach Wilson there, huh?
Yeah. Anybody know Zach Wilson?
Yeah. Hey, we'll talk to him too. We don't mind.
We'll take anybody.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah. We will be happy. So, but I just wanted to ask about it. So
yeah. So speaking of Jets, former Jets players, Aaron Rodgers this week he was trying to do something that only 4 other guys have done, and that's beat every team in the NFL. Couldn't get it done. Not gonna lie, I turned off at halftime. I could not stand watching the Steelers play like they play.
Those jerseys,
not my favorite.
I don't know how I felt about them.
Texted my brother and I said, I think Boswell's going to have 5 field goals, and that's all we're going to score. And I was not too far off.
You went too far off, so yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy though. If you win, that's a feat that as you said here, Favre, Manning, Breeze, and Brady. Like that's an elite company. I'm not saying it's not. And obviously, those guys are all Hall of Famers, 100%, right? Maybe Drew Brees might get snubbed somehow, but I feel like he's passed so great when he's on the Saints.
I don't think he can. I think he's gotta.
I feel like he has to be part of it, and obviously Rodgers is going to be a first ballot, right? So so that's just. Hopefully he'll get a redemption. I mean, I saw also a post that the Steelers are looking to re-sign Aaron Rodgers. How do you feel about that? Maybe for next year.
I mean, if he can sling it, I guess it's okay. I don't think he's the problem in this situation. I think our last in the league pass defense is.
Yeah, and you don't see that very often from the Steelers. Usually their defense is usually pretty top notch. I'm not saying it's usually top 10. I would say every year because Steelers are known for their defense. That's just growing up. We all learned that. That they had those guys that were just monsters on the line.
Well, I would not bet on them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and then that transitions us to like the NBA gambling. What do you think about that?
Yes, man, we got transitions here, folks. We can do it. NBA gambling, man. I joke, right? We joke when we text with my brother and everything about our sports bets being rigged, and you know what? It proves some stuff.
Exactly.
There are times where you really wonder if these guys aren't in it for something else, and it looks like it's finally starting to come out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right? Terry Rozier, we watched the plays, like they showed the plays, and we're just like, what is that? And then like I said, Billups, right? That's crazy for me being a Detroit fan because we thought he was just Mr. Big Shot. We were all excited, and all stuff like that, and then him getting caught is like, oh.
And that's the thing. He's getting caught as a coach. You think he did it as a player? You think he?
I don't know. I'd have to watch some more highlights. Like maybe I felt like he was always giving it all, but also maybe before that, right? I don't know, because when he got to the Pistons, I felt like he was always trying,
Yeah.
But but he was on the Celtics before, and he was not playing like he was playing when he got to the Pistons, and obviously that kind of gets with Rick Pitino, right? That he was the coach, and so maybe it's something to do with that. Like, there's obviously, speculation, right? We don't know, but who knows? In the next even month or two, we'll see what other players there might be come out, and so we'll see what happens. So it's just kind of interesting.
Yep, especially with NBA just starting. I mean, it's not like it's middle of the year, end of the year. I mean, it's first full week of the season. Here we go.
And they already got the NBA Cup starting too, so they're trying to probably hide it as much as they can.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And I don't know, because obviously we all know sports is definitely an entertainment, right? They're always going to try to pay to get the views and all that stuff. But it's just like, there's a lot of things going on, right? NBC just bought that contract, 10-year contract, right? Friday nights are prime night, and then it's, a big star-studded cast on there. And so, like, the NBA has a lot of great players in their history, and they're paying a lot of money for these, like the TV people are. And so I just, you don't know what could happen here in the next, couple months. So
it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting to see who else comes out or who kind of stays quiet about things.
Right.
So we go from start of season into season. We got the final NASCAR race this weekend.
Yeah, that's what should be pretty interesting this weekend. That's used to be in Homestead back in, but
the good old days, right?
The good old days for us, obviously. For a lot of people, it was Atlanta growing up. For a lot of people, if we have some older listeners, but we also, now it's in Arizona, which is interesting. So, I mean, you got Briscoe, Hamlin, Byron, and Larson, right? We have two guys that have never won, a championship, right? And then you got two guys that Byron and Larson, two Hendrick drivers that obviously I'm a Hendrick guy, so obviously I'll be voting for those guys, but it'd be pretty cool to see.
Votes don't count, John. They got to do it on the race.
I thought they voted the winner. They didn't do that?
No, it's not Dancing with the Stars.
Sorry. That is my fault. I thought it was that. I thought it was one of those competitions. It was not, though, huh? So for me, I don't know who you got, but obviously it would be really cool to see Briscoe obviously win it all, because he had been a no-name for. I mean, he's a dirt tracker. He's a great racer. But Hamlin's never won ever. He's been close numerous of times, but just never has gotten over that hump. So
always the bridesmaid. Always the bridesmaid. I want to see Briscoe just because everybody else on that list, you got Hendrick, and then Hamlin, who
Joe Gibbs, man, that's
I mean, I don't know. I'm never been a Denny Hamlin fan. I don't know.
It's just I feel like he rubs us the wrong way. I'm not saying he's gotten better. I'm not saying he has, and he has his own podcast now as well, and it's actually
collab.
It's a nice collab, yeah. But Chase Briscoe also, his racing team is also, I believe also Joe Gibbs. So it's a battle of racing teams. So because the number 19 car is Gibbs Racing, so it should be an interesting. We'll see what happens, because you never know what could happen. Like, you've got Hendrick drivers that could maybe trying to get the Gibbs race cars out of the way, because you never know what can happen.
We'll see. I mean, that's the great thing is, I mean, how much of it is a team sport, how much of it is yourself, right? I mean,
right.
During the first half of the race, I'm sure those Hendrick boys are going to be helping out Larson and William Byron, but then at the end of the race, if it's down to those two,
it's free for all, right? Yeah,
free for all.
But like, if it's even if it's the other way around, like first and second, Briscoe and Hamlin, you think Hamlin been taken in second? No, he's going to push Briscoe out of the way. He's never won a championship either. So I mean, I think if he's already won a couple times, he would probably be a little bit more reluctant and probably be like, Briscoe, have your shine, type thing. Yeah. But he's never won one also, so it's just kind of a harder thing. So I think that transitions that to NCAA basketball, huh?
Oh yeah. Right.
So, we're talking about how it starts on Monday. Purdue opens obviously as the preseason number 1, Michigan at number 7, and Ohio State not ranked. How do you feel about Ohio State not being ranked? Does that seem all right? Or
that's right on par.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
If those guys can crack the top 25, it would be impressive. But that program has gone ever since Aaron Kraft and Sullinger and Diebler. Those guys are gone. That program's gone downhill. I mean,
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not the same anymore. As when I was growing up, I feel like Ohio State was always competition for sure. Watching Michigan and Ohio State, and that was when Michigan was still upcoming as well. Like Michigan kind of had that break in the '90s, right? The Fab Five, and then it kind of just went real quick. And then it kind of got built back up a little bit slowly. And then here comes Beeline and just kind of changed the whole complexity.
Oh, yeah. Great coach.
Great guy. He was doing with it with like 3-star guys. I mean, he ended up getting, his big guys towards, Trey Burke and all those guys.
Yep.
And but
Columbus product.
Yep. But for me, I'm excited for the year, obviously. I feel like, we're kind of on par where we're at right now to see what we're going to do. They got this grad transfer from Tulane. The Yaxel guy, he is 6'9", man, and his wingspan is pretty big. So he's going to be a beast. I'm excited to also see, LJ Kasam, who was on the team last year, but he came on towards the NCAA tournament. And I'm excited to see what he'll do for his year 2 as well. So there's a few guys that I'm excited for this year for sure. But obviously Purdue's Purdue. They're
they're going to be there. I mean, you can't. They're going to get their 7'3" guy and their guards. They're 2 guard. They always have 2 really good guards and a giant in the center.
Yep, and then they have wings that fill out perfectly for them. That can shoot, but they also can drive too. Like they have a pretty always well-rounded team, and I feel like Purdue has taken over the state of Indiana. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't think Indiana's a basketball school anymore, right? And I mean, now they turned to a football school. So it's just crazy how life works for that, So
yeah. Well, I'll tell you. I mean, Ohio State basketball is gonna have problems keeping my interest. So I think what I'm gonna do is start watching Tech ball.
Yeah.
So
tell me about Tech ball then.
Yeah. So I've done a lot of research, man. I feel like I'm back in school doing this stuff. I type up outlines. I do research. I get to talk to my friends, and
at least it's a little bit better than actual schoolwork. I think. At least it's something that we might be actually interested in. A little bit more.
A little bit.
We'll see. I'm not saying it's all that great, but it's definitely better than maybe writing
just like school. You got speakers and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
so Tech ball is a Hungarian sport. Okay. It combines soccer and table tennis, and it seems like more. The website said mostly table tennis and soccer. So it's played on a curved table. We'll pull up some pictures or a video here in a second. And it says their website. I found a website here. It's ustechballfederation.com. So I'm not going to steal any credit here. I'd cite my sources, if you will.
Good man.
And it says it's for athletes or enthusiast amateurs who want to improve their skills. So maybe we can give Tech ball a try.
Yeah. I don't know I know we kind of we're going to watch a video on it, but it's just, I don't know how it's going to be really done. Cause it combines soccer and table tennis. Right. So I won't know if I could try. I will fall flat on my face, but I have never been good at anything with I am definitely not good with my feet. That is for sure. But it would be interesting to try out though, for sure.
It would. So I looked up, I got some rules, right? Some official Tech ball rules. It's played on a specific Tech table. So it's a curved table with it looks like a plexiglass kind of dividing line, right? You know. And it is a singles or a doubles game, kind of like tennis or table tennis or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
3 sets, 12, best of 3. And your serve, they really take table tennis into consideration here. Serves change after 4 serves. And it is forbidden to touch the ball with the same body part twice.
Oh wow! I
So
see.
you can,
Wow.
so I think we'll see in the video. You can kick it up to yourself and then head it, but you can't kick it twice,
Nice.
right?
Okay.
And I really thought this one was good here. So they're trying to get it in the 2028 Olympics.
Really, I didn't know that. Okay.
So I think if we can get a couple guys or girls to really start training, maybe we can get some whistle podcast viewers. We need a fan club name, right?
Yeah.
Submit a fan name of our fan club.
That'd be pretty cool. We'll look.
We'll take submissions for that. Maybe get them in the Olympics. It's 2025. You got time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time to train.
Because I don't think because I feel like that's a summer one, right? So you got time.
Yeah.
Because the Winter Olympics are coming up here in 2026 at the start of the year, but it'd be pretty cool to see them do it for the 2028. So
yeah, and it looks like ESPN is picking them up, so you can watch it on TV, and you can get up on your Saturday morning. You got your coffee. You got. I guess it won't be Saturdays, but so get up on your mornings and,
so it's not ESPN 8 The Ocho, huh? It's not gonna be that.
It might be but
okay.
But still, you get tired of watching McAfee on Saturday morning. Turn it over to Tech Ball.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah. I mean, we all love McAfee. I'm not saying he's.
I love Pat.
Yeah, Pat. If you want to, you can join our podcast, man. You can probably be more hyped than us, but
Oh, for sure. But we'll see here. We're gonna get technical. See if we can.
Yeah, let's show that video. That would be pretty cool to see.
Let's see here. Looks like.
Here comes the smash. Marquinhos is acrobatic. Gittler plays it back into play. Marquinhos finds the table. Phenomenal start. Baniak tries to get it back into play and does. Marquinhos to Gittler. Surely Brazil can't win this point from here. Baniak with another smash. Marquinhos from the back of the court. Up high again from Gittler. And again, Brazil defend well. Gittler just long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh, we're going again. We're going again, I guess.
We're running it back, I guess.
Run it back.
So yeah, that looks awesome. I mean, I think it would probably bring a lot of people to watch the Olympics on that too. I mean, that's just there's great things about the Olympics. I mean, it might be better than the breakdancing that they definitely had. That was a very interesting thing that they brought last to that Olympics. The breakdancing was just not, it's just fun to see. It's fun memes, right? But you just feel bad for the guy that got all the memes. But
Right.
So anything else you got to say about that?
Dude, I'm telling you, at Tech Ball, if people watch it, try it out. I've looked into it before. The tables are kind of expensive, but I'm sure we have an engineer that can make one for us.
Oh, for sure.
Man, I think it'd be fun. We get out there, try these sports out that we don't know about.
Yeah, I feel like that would. Yeah, like I said, you'll see me fall flat on my face, but at least it would be good views. So.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, we go viral for that.
Yeah, I mean, I need my 15 minutes of fame, so that's guess that's what it'll be.
All right, what do you got, John? Beat ball.
Yeah, beat baseball. So for beat baseball, it's it's something that it's for people that are blind or visually impaired already, but you're actually blindfolded too. So what happens is it's a ball, and there's one guy in the field that can see, but he cannot field the ball, and then there's 6 other fielders behind you. And all those fielders are blindfolded. So what the point is the guy that's pitching tries to hit the bat like on purpose, right? When the guy swings through, or woman, it can be co-ed, it can be just women, it can be men. It's great, it really is. Real quick on the website, that's where I got my information from, is www.nbba.org. So the National Beat Baseball Association. they actually hold World Series and stuff. Like they do a lot of stuff for visually impaired people as well. So to go back to the fielding though, yeah. So what happens is the ball is hit and it beeps. And with the 6 fielders, you obviously have to communicate a little bit, but you just have to find the beep. And as soon as the ball is fielded and the guy is not on either first base or third base, there is no second base. So what happens is if it's fielded before the guy gets to the base, but he has to hit the base because there's like a pillar, not a pillar, but like a tackling dummy kind of thing. And it kind of, hit it. And if you hit that first before they get the ball and actually possess it, you score a run and then you come off the base already. But then if the fielder gets it, it's an out. So it's a very interesting way. And all the bases are all outside the foul line. So like nobody will run into each other or anything because everyone's blindfolded. So, no one wants to be running into each other. Go ahead. Sorry.
Question. Is this designed for visually impaired?
Yeah, it is. So if you start a team, you really usually want to have a visually impaired person. And they say to reach out to your local community centers and stuff like that and find people that probably want to play, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
But the bases are 100 feet away. So that gives time the fielders. But it's hard to find the beat, right? It's beep. So it's pretty crazy to watch. I watched a little bit of YouTube on it, and so it's just and it doesn't tell you what way to go. Like you have to listen to the beat too. So like when you hit the ball, if you're say a right-hander, obviously you usually go to first base, but they could make you go to third base instead. So it doesn't matter. Like you just have to hear that beep and you've got to run to the base and you just have to keep listening to it. Even though the other beep's going on, you got to listen to that beep. And I think it's a whole different sound too. So it's, a little bit easier to distinctive, obviously. But it's just, I think it would be pretty cool to try that out, I think.
Yeah. So you got us a video, right?
Yeah, we can try the video. If it doesn't work, I mean, we can just show a couple highlights on it real quick. It's a 2-minute video. So
we're going to get technical again here. We are going to watch it we'll give it a good 30 to 45 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be long.
My name is Ted Fass, Executive Director of the Long Island Bombers, and I'm also a player. Our mission is to educate the public what it's like for visually or blind athletes, to show them if you really try, you could really do anything. When I had the experience of playing baseball again, it just brought back the memories of me being a little leaguer before I lost my sight, except that the rules, some of the equipment is different.
I'm not allowed to play regular sports in school because we don't have adaptive gym.
I can never play regular baseball, which is very disappointing to me.
So, yeah, it's I mean, we only saw a few of the swings, but you got the concept. It's a very, it's great for the visually impaired, and it makes them feel like they are involved when everybody should be involved, right? It's just nobody should ever be left behind on stuff like if they have, people that have vision problems. And that's what I love about also the Olympics, that they do have also I don't think it's in the Olympics right now, but I'm hoping that maybe they would bring it, I
wonder if it's in the Special Olympics. I wonder.
Yeah. It could be. I don't know. I did not look. I forgot to look into that, but it would just be pretty cool to see that.
Yeah, I know that's a great thing. These athletes that might have something physically wrong, or or whatever it may be, that they still get a chance to show off their athleticism. I mean,
they're just like us. It's just that they have things that happened,
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I'm just glad that they are allowed that. That's why I just thought I'd love that, because baseball, obviously, is my favorite sport. So I just thought it'd be really cool to, that seeing other people playing sport that I love the most, and they love it too. So.
Right. Yeah. That's, tell you, that's interesting stuff. So we will, I mean, anybody else has questions on it, we'll look into it more, or maybe we'll post official websites and the link on our YouTube and check it out, see what's going on. And I think now is about the time we tell the people we're we're gonna try to get some guests on here. We're gonna start talking about sports that maybe aren't as mainstream but are starting up soon. I think we got some wrestlers we know that we could get on here. So we're gonna start next week with wrestling and what we know and what we research, and then we will get some guests on here. Maybe we're gonna try to makeshift studio, and maybe John will sign up to wrestle some of these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if the worst part is I'm probably not in most of their weight classes right now, so I might have to trim down a little bit. So
It's okay. But yeah, I think we are golden this week.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shorter this week. I mean, just because we want to obviously get our viewers out there to be able to kind of just get to know us a little bit more, and that's what we did last week. So now once we get some guests, I mean, it might run a little longer or stuff like that, and obviously eventually we'll have like a timeline so that if you might not want to watch the whole podcast, you can kind of skip to where you might want to watch it. So.
What do you mean? I think everybody.
Well, I think we're pretty cool, but there's some people out there that maybe they just want to watch the wrestling part and watch me get pinned.
Oh, I can't wait.
So
viral videos, baby.
Viral videos right there for sure.
Yeah,
with tech ball and wrestling.
Oh man, I'm so excited. But I think that so if anybody has any, we love it. We love the comments, the questions, the love, the hate, we love attention. If that hasn't been shown.
Yeah.
So the attention is greatly appreciated. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify. I think that's what we're on right now. So
yeah, and we appreciate, like I said, all the views that we already had gotten. I know we already said thank you, but it's just we can't thank you enough. We really can't. So
so get your wrestling questions in. All kinds of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean we could go through everything.
We'll go through it all. We got the WWE, the Olympic style. We got it all. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like we might as well go in through as much depth as we know, right? And try to look up some stuff. And that's why I said we might try to answer your questions if you have some about wrestling, but also you might want to wait till our guests, so.
Yeah. So we will, until next time, we'll work on an outro and maybe something catchy to stay at the end of it. But we are going to wrap up here. And the ref's going to blow the whistle, and we're going to go about our lives. So have a good week.
Have a great week, everybody.